thing about Laguna is they've got everybody broken up into different classes and models and years. So we started with a TR6 here, looking like, is it a 73? Let's see, it's 73. That's 74, okay. Nice TR though, hood's down on it. But right next to it, we have got ourselves, look at this, a Tiger, a Sunbeam. It's numbered. Is this the one signed by Carroll Shelby? Look at this. Tiger Owners Association. No, this is not the signed one. And this is a 66, which would have been the same year that Maxwell Smart drove his in Get Smart. But look at this, man. Beautiful, all original. This is a car that's been campaigned, driven, and just gorgeous. Hit the backside of this TR6 here. Really beautiful example here of British technology. And then unfortunately they built the TR7. Look at this Triumph right here. Okay, wow. TR4, not an A. Still really gorgeous. Split tonneau cover, which I always thought was the coolest thing in the world when I was a kid. I always thought these were so badass if you drive it like this. It's red. There you go. You got your wooden dash. You got your full vents, controls, all the add-in vents and controls, tan interior. But he's running dual SUs. Got himself that little TR motor. Look at the size of that radiator. It looks like a Champion radiator. Overall, very cool. Let's look at the front of this thing. There you go. Beautiful example of the TR4 with the bonnet up. Guys, this is one of those rare examples. Just beautiful. I take it you're David?
I am.
1962 Mark II?
Yep.
Yes, sir. And absolutely perfect bullwood. He's kind enough to open up the doors for us to take a look inside. Let's get a look in here. As we were just talking about, the burl wood is absolutely perfect. This is a walnut veneer over birch. He looked at several cars before he found this one. Also, it's been restored with the correct Connolly leather. And you gotta love where the e-brake is on the British cars. Absolutely beautiful. Hopefully we don't get a copyright violation on this one. But what an amazing example of a classic Jaguar. You just don't see cars like this. And again, where else are you gonna see it but at the Laguna Beach Car Show?
There you go.
David, thank you very much. Appreciate it, brother. Very cool. Kind enough to lift the bonnet on this Mark II for us. Wow.
So
look at that.
3.8 liter inline six with dual overhead cam and hemispherical combustion chambers.
So it's basically a Hemi.
It's a Hemi. So
unbelievable.
For its day, this was a very advanced production engine.
Yep. Amazing. I could drive a 72 XKE V12 when I was 14 years old, and I had no idea how to drive a shift. And he's like, I went about a block, and he goes, stop. And I detailed it for him, and he goes, well, to pay you, I'll let you drive it. And I'm like, okay. And I was like 14.
Oh my God.
Mr. Bill Clark, I'll never forget that. But what an amazing engine. Well, guys, this tops off one of my favorites of the shows right here. And again, thank you, David. SoCal OC.clock, right?
SoCal Clock Doc.
SoCal Clock Doc, classic guitars, clock restoration expert, and Jaguar aficionado. Thank you. You see here, it's a 47. Nice example. He's got the ox-blood interior. Look at that, he's got his driving goggles there. Oh, wait, steering's on the wrong side. Oh, I know who the goggles are for. The goggles are for you. Okay, there we go. Yep, we got dog hair, and it's a beautiful TC. Trevor, you like this one? It's pretty cool, huh? A great. It's actually a TC. Did I say TD? I believe I said TC. And here's that Lotus 56. Okay, let's move on down the row here. We got Healey Row coming up, and it is packed. So we're gonna have to get in around a bunch of enthusiasts here. The Healeys always bring the people in. We got the Marks, and just amazing. So let's take a look. Start off with this 100 here. Lay down windshield, all in black. True knockoff wires.
4-cylinder.
Feeling like a gnarly wheel there to me.
This is the same year car, these two. So
Insane.
that is a more stock version.
Beautiful.
More modified.
He's all louvered. He's been modified. This is truly hot rod.
Horsepower wise.
Is that Gary Cohen? Wow.
But it's a small
So
drink.
this is a 100 V8, but yeah, it's crowded in here, so it's tight to the shots. Very, very popular cars here at the show. But look at this. It's looking like a 289 stuck in here. Are those 97s?
But you can tell he's an old school hot rodder.
Yeah.
He's got
Very,
the
very
old
cool.
school Strombergs you see on a flathead.
On a dirt lot in Costa Mesa from my hometown. This came out of my hometown. Kenny Derringer found it. Frenched in headlights, custom headers. Oh, it's a 215 Buick. Oh, wow.
Aluminum block.
Oh, absolutely.
They only made
Nice
them
and
for
light.
about 2 years.
Yep, that's right. They put them in the in the Tempest and the Olds when they had the transaxle mount in the back.
Right.
And yeah, this is a great engine for this car, man. Your weight distribution is real good still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're 50-50, but you're doing pretty good.
It really drives like a dream, so
Yeah.
it really does handle well.
That's amazing. It's one of the nicest Healeys I've seen. I
Well,
really.
it's a one of a kind because you
Yeah.
won't see anything like this anymore.
No, it's
These are
beautiful.
Actually,
Stromberg's on
Alfa
it?
Romero seats. The Healey seats are kind of stingy. Look at that right there. They're real skinny and they're not very comfortable. These are all padded. Like a
Beautiful
cushion.
seats. Seats are very slight in the Healey. As you notice, look at the difference here. But those Alpha seats are just incredible. But this is also another fantastic car. Let's see what he started with. Original Healey motor versus the Buick 215. I called it out as a 283, which I was wrong, but he's got aluminum V8 in it. But this is a huge crowd around everybody here. Let's see what we got over here.
I like it. You don't have to bar the window.
Here's a 3000. You see the difference in the grill between the 100 and the 3000. I actually like the 100 grill better. This is a beautiful example right here, though. The 1960, same as yours, me. But yeah, again, like you said, the Healey seats are pretty light, and you get your manual choke here. Beautiful original, gorgeous overall. A lot of Healeys here today. So if you're in the Healeys, this is the place to be. I do like the earlier grill on the 100s, though. I think it's much more stylish front end. This is a 56 right here, again with the lay down windshield. Super sweet. We're just looking at it from the other side here. Healey 4.
Why don't you pick this one right here?
Dual SUs.
Yeah, pick this one.
Here, one more look at the 60 Healey here. It's a 3000. Much different front end than the earlier 100s. And right next to it, I think we have another 3000. It's a 59. Oh no, this was last year, the 100. But they switched the grill like to the 3000. So they have a grill switch in 59, it looks like. I'm guessing. I'm not a Healey expert. Also with the scoop. So that's funny. They go to the 3000, but this is still 159. Very similar cars, just different monikers on the badge. A couple little trim differences, but really overall very similar. Let's keep on walking. A lot of Healeys here today, just beautiful. 57, 100, full fogs on it, very cool. Worked. We've got ventilation, Goodwood to Tuscany. Interesting, 2022. Looks like this car's been rallied. A lot of custom piping work on the interior. His friend's been on a diet for a little too long. Got his driving gloves. Wow. Well, I'm glad I reviewed my footage. I would have lost some beautiful cars here. I was talking about these Healeys, and the Mark 100 here, the 57, is just a beautiful car. And I've got to reshoot my footage because I was on slow-mo. So I'm back. Take two. Here we go. Beautiful. Love the cocoa mats. Manual choke, I believe, on the steering wheel there. Temperature controls. Everything on these cars is just beautiful. They're a gorgeous car. I've always loved Healeys. Between the Mark III, the 3000, the 100, I loved them all. And as you can tell, the 3000 upgrades, the grill upgrades in I believe it's 57, and then through 60, and then when you go back to 56, you get to the 100, unless they have the model difference. But this is a 100 with what would be the 3000 grill later on in the 60. And speaking about 1960, here's the 60 here, and this is a 3000. So I believe that's an engine upgrade. They go from a smaller, I'm not sure what size motor it is, but it changes over. It's a BT7. And this one's been rallied. Look at that. Goodwood to Tuscany. Beautiful overall. Liking the black spokes. And the fact that he's got all that done through. Super beautiful. And look at this. This is the end of the line almost for the Healey here. For the 3000. This is a Mark III. 67. And not my favorite hood emblem of all, but this is the last of the last. And this is also a 6-cylinder. Look at this. It's got twin lights. It's got marker lights and turn signals. Not marker lights and turn signals combined in one. You see the Tudor wash bottle over here. But look at this. This is the big Austin motor, 6-cylinder with big old monster dual SU carburetors on this thing. Look like they're from Cooper. Overall though, great looking car. Check it out. Just a sweetheart. And I was also mentioning this one's got a back seat in it, which you notice none of the other ones, either the back seat is covered or they just don't have a back seat. It's just a boot storage. And absolutely gorgeous. So there you go, guys. This is the Healey row here at the Laguna Beach Car Show, and let's move on to the Jags. Looks like we got a couple XKE convertibles here, so I'm gonna go check them out.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. So here we go, guys. This is Jaguar through 74. Not a big representation here at the show. Look at that. It's got high backs in it. This is a 1970. My friend Bill Clark, his dad Bill Clark Sr. had a 72 V12. This is a 4.2 E-Type. So this is going to be the 6-cylinder. And just beautiful. We got a 12 over here? Nope, they're both 6s. You don't see a lot of the 12s around. Pretty rare. So let's get a look at the other side here. Beautiful lines on these cars. I love it when you have them actually covered in the perspex, but it's just a gorgeous car overall. Right next to it. Oh, we got a 69. And they're almost identical. Bumperettes, marker lights, everything's the same. For room, you look down there, should also be a 4.2. Full lift front end on them. They don't have them opened up today, which is too bad. All those little bit true wires on these. Get a look inside. Fine leather. All the rocker switches. Beautiful wheel. And there you go. These are the Jags. Lamenting that the bonnets were down on these, and a bonnet just got lifted. So here you go.
The car got bigger, and they put the 12
This
in.
is where you store your oil right here for your SUs. So if you need to fill up your carburetor oil, that's where you go for it. It's got triple SUs. And this is the double overhead cam 6, the 4.2. The 12-cylinder is just a monster in these things. It's got a dual circuit brake setup. So much going for these cars when you really think about it. There's a radiator reservoir right there. Dual electric fans. I don't know if those are an upgrade, but I believe those might have been factory back at that time. And then here's your windshield washer. Of course, Lucas, brought to you by. But yeah, they thought of everything here. Like I said, even remember to put the carburetor oil for the dampeners. Oil goes right here in the dampeners in the SUs, and this one actually helps the carburetors to dampen the amount of deceleration. So there you go, underneath the hood of a beautiful Jaguar XKE.